Oh, two for one.
Maria,
Soup's good.
I didn't know you were coming, sorry. Well,
How are you?
I'll have to put you both down here, sorry.
Well, you gotta get the TV done, so we have to split the view.
Okay, I'll call the meeting of the Buffalo County Commissioners to order. Can I get a motion to accept the agenda, please?
Make a motion to accept the agenda.
Do I have a second? All in favor? Aye. Did you say aye?
Nope.
Okay.
I was studying them.
Okay. Then I need a motion to approve the minutes from the December 22nd fiscal, regular, and the January 3rd
Real
regular.
quick, I do not have the ones for the January 3rd meeting done.
Right, so it'd be the December meetings. Yep, 27th, the fiscal meeting and the regular meeting.
Okay, I'll move.
Yeah, second.
All in favor?
Uh,
Okay, that is one.
And you have Maria on the phone here, and this will be in regards to the 911. And yeah, I gave you guys all the information here. And Maria's with the state, and so I don't know, would you maybe give a brief overview of what we're gonna be discussing in regards to this? Maria?
Sure. Yep, good afternoon, everybody. So my name is Maria King, and I am the state 911 coordinator here. And what this is the expense is something that I requested on behalf of Buffalo County and the 911 center that's operated there through the Department of the Interior for Crow Creek in Buffalo County. We had a funding project where we were not granted, but we basically had money available for 911 centers to be able to apply for projects and to be able to have the state reimburse them 100% of the expenses that they had for any of the approved projects. And so I had talked to Gary Redmond with District 3, and he had stated that he had done some addressing there, and so we would be able to kind of take the next step to be able to build upon what he had completed to get ready for E911, which would provide location information with the calls that are received in the 911 center when they have the equipment available to be able to accept that information. So again, this is part of a rural addressing project that was done years ago to assign 911 addresses to all of the residences in Buffalo County. Then District 3 took care of matching all of those addresses to what's called address points to identify those locations and basically give GIS coordinates to each of those addresses. And then what I had worked with Buffalo County on, and I believe Deborah was there, but I was trying to work through the GIS person and I forgot her name. It was after Dulcie left. And so I worked with them on getting this project going and basically getting their authorization for the expenditure because the county would have to pay for the expense and then the state would reimburse it. So there would be no cost to the county whatsoever, but it would just be, like a 30 to 45 day delay in for that. So the project that was completed is what's called a master street address guide, and that's what will be used to provide enhanced 911 services and location information. The only thing is this, we can't really use this yet because there isn't the equipment at Crow Creek in order to be able to display that information. But it's something that I wanted to be able to have Buffalo County take advantage of to be able to get kind of this next step ready. and take advantage of the funding that was available through the state because it was only available for a short period of time. So that's what this expense is for, is the development of a master street address guide, and Lumen is the name of the company, who is the provider that took care of doing that for us.
How long,
Any questions?
how long are you looking at before this equipment becomes available?
Well, it isn't anything that the state is providing. It would have to be something that, either the state in agreement with, Crow Creek and the Department of Interior, would have to provide. So it would all be based upon funding, either federal grants, if there are any other grants available, or if the state could afford to pay for services to be able to have them join the next generation 911 system. So there are circuit costs involved, equipment costs involved, and it would be a major upgrade. And it isn't anything that I have pricing on readily available at this time. And it would also have to be something that they would be willing to be regulated by the state and be in compliance with any of the state statutes and administrative rules as well. So we haven't really locked down that path yet. But it's certainly something that is on my radar and something I'm working on.
Are you working with the emergency manager for the tribe?
I have been talking with Lumen as far as getting quotes for circuits. I have not been talking to the emergency manager as of yet because I don't have anything ready, but I would be happy to get that person's contact information. So when I do have some information, I can get that to them.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, because they recently changed over, he's probably, the new one is an old
Okay.
one, but he's been in there for like a couple months now. And that's Tommy Thompson,
Okay,
and he's in the process, he was working with your predecessor to come up with the equipment. And then after she left, it's kind of gone by the wayside, but I do know the tribe is doing a new dispatch center. So if we could come up with that equipment, I know they're willing to move, but we're still looking for the equipment needed.
so I'm sorry, they're building, I didn't quite hear you, they're building a new facility?
They're building a new dispatch center, yes.
Oh, okay. Is the equipment part of that?
Well, that's why I need to know what the list is from
As
you.
well as the building, the physical facility?
That's why we need to work with you. That's why we were trying to find what equipment was needed.
Okay, yeah, that would be great. And Deborah has my contact information, so if anybody, does want to reach out to me as to who I would work with on that, that would be wonderful.
He, I had conversation with him today. He was gonna try to make it today, but they got called out, so.
Sure.
Has the tribe updated their employees so that it's a good
You might have to
response?
speak louder.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Has the tribe updated their employees so it's a dependable system, or will it be back like before when they don't really know what's going on?
For,
I didn't
Dispatch
quite hear that. Somebody could
911.
repeat that for me?
I think he's talking to me, ma'am.
No, I was
Oh, okay.
Well, then
anybody.
say it louder.
The tribe's employees running the dispatch center, seems like in the past, there's been a lot of problems, and I was wondering if there's any improvement.
First off, those are
He
not
wouldn't know
tribal,
about
they're
it.
not tribal employees, they're federal government employees. Okay, they go through training for that. They just don't put them behind something. They're all certified.
They weren't before.
We've
Yeah,
always had
that's
BI.
the challenge is
They're
that I
federal.
don't have any insight into that because they're not part of the statewide
Right.
hosting solution. And
'cause
because
they're
they're
federal.
regulated by the Department of the Interior, I know they have a lot of different regulations and things that they have to follow.
Yeah.
I've had some conversations with Donovan Wind and then his predecessor about how we can help and, what we can do to try and help them secure, some sort of funding. And it just sounds like it's kind of an uphill battle for them. I don't have any insight into the employees or any of the challenges that they face there because again, I don't have any interaction with them on that.
Well, they're federal employees and they're more stringent
Right.
than the state. So
Okay,
this is a pass-through. You're looking for approval for it?
We're looking for approval of this.
Right, this is
I'll
like
move.
what Danita just said, this is a pass-through money, so this will be money that
Correct.
we go ahead and pay for it, and then it comes back.
In a 30
within
to
about-
40, 30 to 45
Right.
days.
You do it or not?
Yes,
I
she,
made a motion.
I'll second it. It's a little too late to start changing things, so might as well go along with it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
So we'll get that voucher taken care of and send it out this week.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, bye.
Bye. Maria Jane. Has left.
Okay. Next, the December 22nd treasurer and auditor monthly balance sheet.
So if you'll see it there, you'll see it matches.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Thanks. Two in a row.
yes, awesome. Okay. That's done. Next is the resignation of Lowell Swanson. January 6th, 2023, to Buffalo County Commissioners. I, Lowell Swanson, remit my formal 2-week notice of my resignation as Buffalo County Highway Superintendent. My final day of employment will be on January 20th, 2023. Respectfully, Lowell Swanson, 1/6/2023.
Well, I'll move to accept.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And I had stepped away real quick. I did ask, I wanted to amend the agenda I wanted to put one thing on there, I'm sorry.
Okay,
What is it?
I have on there
that DOT.
that DOT part.
Well, I move to amend the agenda to include South Dakota Department of Transportation, what is it?
And then I did add on the back there so everybody could see it as well. So I did highlight it on there. You'll see that,
Do I have a second?
To amend the agenda.
Yeah, it's a little late. You're supposed to do that to start the meeting, I think, but
You can move to
Well,
amend,
you can do it at any point.
at any time. Sure.
as long as you have a second. Does it
I'll
say-
second it.
All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Time of year again where we're working on South Dakota's annual spring load limit. We are asking each county to respond whether your roads will remain the same or if changes are needed. Our goal is making sure everything is accurate as possible as county roads are listed on SDOT's website under county weight restrictions. These weight restrictions are for roads only and does not include bridge weights. We would like a response back by February 3rd. If we haven't received a response, we will send a reminder notice on the 6th. If we haven't heard back by the 10th, we will post on our website, know if information is available for the corresponding county. I have included a copy of last year's restrictions by county for your review.
and then on the back side is where I put the buffalo.
All county roads posted with a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit.
So it'd be the same as what was last year.
Actually, Dawn, the speed limit has been posted in all these county roads at 40 mile an hour.
Oh, it has.
Yes. All trucks at 40 mile an hour,
All trucks?
all trucks.
Okay.
So do we want to put that on?
Would you have to talk to the DOT in regards to it being 40, or is that just a?
That's what this is for.
That's what this is for. Right? That's what this is for.
Right.
We would
right.
get this back to the-
We'll have to change that.
Mhm.
So do we want, stick with 40?
That's what the signs are, otherwise you'd have to buy all new signs.
The signs are 40.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll need to change it because it says it's posted at 45. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to change it to 40 miles an hour.
I'll second.
Aye.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, we have a couple items for executive session.
May I bring up
Yeah.
something before we go into executive? Rex was concerned about snow removal on Leonard Von Ice Road. And I put together a whole report there that there are numerous secondary roads in the county that are being serviced and snow plowed and being taken care of. The point I'm trying to make is we spent right at $30,000 on 7 miles of road up on 226th Street and 353rd Avenue and 355th Avenue, better known as the Phantom Mailbox Road. And we spent $30,000 up there improving 7 miles. And that's coded on the map, that the map's there from 2022. That Leonard Von Ice Road is coded the same as the Phantom Mailbox Road. And what I'm trying to stress here is that we spent $30,000 improving 7 miles. I think it's appropriate to remove snow and take care of the roads on all secondary road systems.
Well, if it's on the map, I'll agree with you. I mean, there's certain, when nobody but one person's using it and has no
But if
big
it's,
reason. I mean,
But
it's,
all secondary roads should be, in my opinion,
I overlooked it. If it's on the map, I overlooked it. But
it's on
there,
the map. Look on your maps there, Rex.
we can look on the maps. It's a little too late.
Coded light purple,
What before you spoke?
224th Street.
Yeah.
1/2 mile line.
Pardon?
This driveway's on a 1/2 mile line.
That is true. But it was also quoted as a county secondary road.
224th Street, then if you go by that, then that's the same color. That's just a section line, isn't it?
That's the same color as 226th Street.
No, 224th. If that is Junior's Road,
Rex, they changed that. That was, I talked to Leonard and Jerry both about that.
Uh-huh.
That was, they put that road down there, and that's been years ago. And somewhere it has been recorded in the courthouse. What they did is they traded that road that's just south of Steve's up there, which is on the section line. Instead of coming into that place from the north, they traded that one, so nothing can be done to that.
and cut
Put the
across.
driveway to the south. But that's been 40, 50 years ago.
And to my point is this Larry Dean from the state was gonna come down to the first meeting in December, then all this blizzards and stuff, and he was gonna go over all this, so.
Maybe you can invite him to our next meeting. It's Larry Dean.
He's supposed to be coming, but since Lowell, if we don't have nobody, because that's what he wanted to talk to Lowell, explain to him the whole road system. So,
Lowell, there's more than 1 year on the map that shows that, right?
Right. Right.
It's been ongoing, it isn't a new thing.
It was, when we updated it, remember when Deej was here, we updated it? And there was some of them that wasn't notified by the state, so we had to keep them on, remember?
well, there's a disagreement, and I don't know if you want to go into it, but in 85 or something like that, every driveway was
It's a
declared a
resolution.
road.
There was a motion that was made back then and it had it all listed.
But then there was a big blowout And I use Lee Pulowski's. But his road isn't on here, but there was a big blowout, this and that personal stuff. And so somewhere, and that's another thing when that guy comes up, because told him, I said, I think it should be on there. Everybody else's driveway is on there. But when it comes to the state, they say if it isn't on the map, you don't mess with it, because that's why the maps are made. And I suppose if that should be redrawn there then, Junior's driveway.
Lowell and Lee Pulaski's road on that map as well. I'm not sure. I thought it was.
Probably not.
No, and I ain't saying that they shouldn't be done, but the state, if it ain't on the map, you're not supposed to mess with, like Jim's isn't on the map. The only thing that you remember when they come up with easements, so everybody's gotta sign an easement.
There is no easements when we look at any of that stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why I thought if he got, because this Larry Dean, he's with one, and then another guy that's with the maps that was gonna come down and kind of go through it and explain things. So
Well,
I don't
let's-
want to start an argument.
No,
right
it's
now.
not, it's not on the agenda for today.
That's right, but
Um,
I appreciate
it's,
you bringing it up.
122,
I would like to go into executive
Yeah, but like
session. I have something. So this would be for HR or whatever you want to call it.
Just give me hell, I don't want to
I'll
go in
second.
there.
I'll move. You second? Is that okay?
I second.
Aye.
I don't know.
Well, let's go into this office if we
oh,
could.
okay.
Go ahead.